This video is dedicated to Professor Sam Vaknin and his academic knowledge, which he provides us all for free on his YouTube channels. This is not advertising, it's an honoring to his work and brilliant knowledge. I wanted to say thank you, dear Professor Sam Vaknin, because to me, you're one of the last real intelligent people on this planet, and on platforms like YouTube or social media in general. I wanted to respond to one of your videos, which was called Why Am I Depressed, sort of, where you spoke about the rising age of idiocracy where we are living in right now, and how this feels for people who are used to use their brain and their mind to become more self-reflected about themselves, their psychological dynamics, and want to develop themselves through learning. In your video, you spoke about how you as an academic experience the fact that nowadays academics are being ridiculed, shadow banned and muted just because no one wants to acknowledge truth anymore. We're living in an age of illusion where we are used to lie to ourselves just to feel comfortable. Academics are not being heard anymore as sources of knowledge, which is the foundation of truth, whether we like the truth or not. And although I am not an academic, I felt with you, because I am a person who is seeking for truth to gain knowledge. And this means that I have to go to the basic, and the basic to me is academic knowledge. This knowledge is what our entire human history is built upon. Our entire human development is built upon. And nowadays, we completely forgot how we accomplished our knowledge throughout history. Nowadays, most people only believe what makes them feel comfortable, so that they can feel better about themselves. It's not about learning anymore, it's just about feeling better, as a compensatory strategy for not facing the truth. As an example, I personally, like many others, had a bad relationship. You know, what is called an abusive or toxic, whatever you want to call it, relationship. During this experience, I asked myself, how did I get there? Naturally, as this is a dynamic of such relationships, I went through all the stages, all the delusional stages where I didn't want to and didn't know how to acknowledge my responsibility for being in such a relationship. But my rationality told me that there must be some reason for this. So I began searching for that reason, because I always want to understand why. And you can imagine, when I began searching on YouTube or Facebook and something like that, social media, I found this whole universe of what you call, or often say, self-styled experts. There were millions of them. At first, I felt understood, clearly, because I found myself reflected in like-minded people. But then I realized real quickly that those people didn't want to find knowledge. They just didn't want to. All they wanted was to blame, whether the other or themselves. So at this point I thought to myself, okay, this is like kindergarten. They only want to play victim. I'm out of here. At this point, I found you, Professor Vaknin, by accident on YouTube. And you spoke about all this abusive stuff, narcissistic abuse and psychological dynamics and psychology in general, and its effect on everything, especially on society. And you really opened my eyes. You really opened my eyes. Not just because of what I went through personally, but because of which immense impact this all has on our society and to our human development. Where we are going, in which direction we are moving. For example, the impact of digital technology on our psyche. Smartphones and social media and artificial intelligence, Your description of the rise of narcissism by developing a digital self, which we all have when we're using social media, it really blew my mind. I thought to myself, wow, this is right. He is right. He's absolutely right. I cannot lie about that. I can experience this by myself. This is a fact, and I have to change my behavior if I don't want to become a delusional digital being. So I did change. And that is why I want to thank you, Professor, because your knowledge provides the possibility to learn. And that is what I personally really, really appreciate. Knowledge is the only way for development. And we have to develop because this is nature. Otherwise, we're stuck like in a pool with a never-changing water in it. It will rot. And that's exactly what's happening nowadays. We mentally rot. Instead, we invent artificial intelligence as an replacement for our brain and praise their hallucinating answers to our stupid-ass questions. But we can only develop if we want to look at ourselves. And that means the bad things too. Everything that's not comfortable, that's not beautiful, everything that makes us angry or depressed or unworthy or this whole stuff. We need to understand why. And this is why I'm so thankful for the content you provide us, Professor, because you explain to us why. Without any nonsensical, esoteric, spiritual resonance, blah, blah, but with academic, science-based knowledge. You provide a tool which one can really work with. And this tool is called knowledge. So in my case, personally, your knowledge helped me to realize, helped me to ask the right questions and to find the right answers. You helped me to stay clear, stay focused, to understand why I was experiencing what I have experienced. There is no need anymore to blame anyone for anything if one can understand why. So I can say, you helped me to separate and individuate, not only in terms of an abusive relationship, but also in terms of the sick society that we live in. The possibility to learn is the most precious gift one can receive, because it enables authenticity and self-efficiency. Your YouTube channels are not just about narcissistic abuse, they're about authenticity. So this is why I wanted to say thank you for sharing your knowledge, your academic, brilliant knowledge with us for free. And I wanted to let you know that not everyone out there is stupid. Not everyone out there is ignorant or delusional. There are people who are willing to face the truth and seek for knowledge. And those people are deeply thankful for your content, for sharing your academic knowledge with us without charging anything for it. While so many of those you call it self-styled experts charge hundreds of dollars for content which they've stolen from you without even knowing that you coined most of the phrases with which they are argumenting. I personally find this disgusting. It's really shameful. So I wanted to say it once again, dear Professor Sam Vaknin. Thank you very, very much. I deeply appreciate your brilliant mind and excellent academic knowledge, which you share with us for free so that we can learn about and develop ourselves to actually change something. Thank you.